Hello everyone, this is Dobbins Lookout, and it is located in South Mountain Park. Phoenix is located north of Dobbins Lookout. This lookout, which is situated at an elevation of 2,330 feet, offers a memorable view of downtown Phoenix, Tempe, and Glendale. At 2,690 feet, South Mountain's tallest peak is home to 28 towers that broadcast radio and television signals to the valley. The Hobart Trail lies directly beneath the viewing platform, connecting Mystery Castle and another lookout point. Boyce Luther Gawley built the castle for his daughter Mary Lou, who resided there for many years until she passed away. Due to issues with vandalism and necessary repairs, Mystery Castle is currently not open to the public. In November 2023, the Mystery Castle Foundation, which owns the property, applied for a demolition permit, but the city denied the request for 1 year. This location also attracts interest from developers. The future of Mystery Castle remains uncertain. To get to Dobbins Lookout, you need to drive across freeways, major streets, and private roads. Here's my driving route. Take Interstate 10, go south on Interstate 17, turn right on 7th Avenue, turn left on West Baseline Road, turn right on South Central Avenue, turn left on West Telegraph Pass Road, and turn left on South Summit Road. The road leading to the lookout is narrow and winding, with numerous blind corners. If you decide to come here, please drive cautiously on these roads, especially inside the park. The federal government wanted to transform South Mountain Park into a national park. However, things did not turn out that way. In 1924, the government, when Calvin Coolidge was president, sold 13,000 acres to the city of Phoenix for $17,000. This area was originally called Phoenix Mountain Park, and its current name is South Mountain Park and Preserve. Inspired by a Native American legend about a trickster coyote who steals food from a cremation fire and spills grease on the north side of the mountain, this place is also called Greasy Mountain. From March 1933 to April 1945, Franklin Delano Roosevelt served as the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt created the New Deal to reduce suffering and rebuild the economy. Furthermore, the New Deal allowed the federal government to create the Civilian Conservation Corps, or the CCC. The Civilian Conservation Corps, under the supervision of 4 federal departments, built this park's infrastructure. From 1933 to 1940, thousands of men worked at 2 camps. These young men built parks and roads as the government attempted to address the economic problems brought on by the 1929 stock market crash and the Great Depression that followed. The CCC built hiking trails, roadways, and a stone shelter. They also created other structures and features, such as ramadas and a ranger station. James C. Dobbins, the chairman of the Phoenix Planning Commission, directed the effort to purchase this land, and the famous lookout is named after him. The hohokam and their descendants, the Otham, lived in this area prior to the arrival of the Europeans. The hohokam civilization inhabited the Phoenix area for many years, roughly from 1 to 1450 CE. Some believe the hohokam arrived in Phoenix in 300 BCE. They migrated from Mexico to southern Arizona, but some archaeologists argue that this group emerged locally. Pottery and copper bells are examples of trade goods that appear to link settlements in Mexico with the hohokam society. The hohokam civilization created large and complex irrigation systems near the Salt and Gila rivers. They were able to grow maize, beans, and other crops thanks to these sophisticated irrigation systems. As a result of their efforts, the population grew, reaching tens of thousands of hohokam at the height of their civilization. They progressed from building pit houses, which were semi-subterranean dwellings, to erecting buildings atop massive mounds. Although archaeologists call them hohokam, the Otham referred to them as the hohokam. Hohokam means those who are gone in the Pima language. It is not entirely clear what happened to the hohokam, but scholars have shifted their position from believing in a sudden collapse to a gradual decline. Local groups developed into fewer larger communities along the canals, but this change led to social tension, flooding, risks of disease from stagnant water, and overpopulation. Some archaeologists argue that the hohokam migrated back to Mexico, while others believe they have evolved into the Acamel Otham. As a side note, some people have pronounced the word Acamel as Akimal, so I think this is a dialect issue. Acamel Otham means river people. This is Scorpion Gulch, POW. In 1936, William Lunsford built both a trading post and a home in the foothills of South Mountain. From 1936 to 1966, Lunsford operated the trading post, which sold jewelry, native curios, leather goods, and candy. The store briefly changed its use to a bar in the 1970s, and in 1990, the city of Phoenix listed Scorpion Gulch on its register of historical places. The stabilization process started in late 2012 with the removal of the roof and the construction of new window frames. It was completed in early 2013. Due to its rustic charm and excellent location, this place is popular with photographers and tourists. Scorpion Gulch is near the park entrance. Today, you can go hiking, sightseeing, or bicycling. The park has expanded to more than 16,000 acres and is one of the largest city parks in the United States. The Hobart Trail, Telegraph Pass Trail, and Desert Classic Trail showcase many hohokam petroglyphs. Please be careful around these amazing works of art. I didn't have to pay an entrance fee for the park. If you decide to come here, pack some water bottles and sunscreen. South Mountain's petroglyphs provide cultural or ritualistic significance for the hohokam. Likewise, the Otham believe this site is the home of one of their deities. I believe this location is sacred, although my beliefs differ from those of the Otham peoples. I support the preservation of historical sites such as Mystery Castle and Scorpion Gulch. These historical sites offer excitement and curiosity, and historical preservation reinforces the idea that we can learn from the past and strive to create a better future for everyone. People can benefit from learning about indigenous history and culture, and the Otham and other indigenous groups deserve a better future as well. The bright lights look fantastic, but the South Mountain Freeway and housing development are destroying this area's natural beauty. Furthermore, developers are demolishing cultural sites and wildlife areas while building self-imposed prisons of ignorance, hubris, and greed. Harmony should exist between the natural and man-made worlds. This mountain is beautiful and needs to be protected. Based on my video and commentary, what are your thoughts about this place? Do you agree or disagree with my comments? Thanks for watching. By the way, I love the sunrise and sunset at this location. It's really pretty. Please enjoy this amazing view of Phoenix. Goodbye.